conflicted placement. I'm stuck in a place I hate. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? When I'm stuck inside you. This cell of ice and fire. What blood red death, lust and desire. Smell of life.
Welcome back once again to the Whole Damn Enchilada Podcast. I'm your host, Rick Paulton, and that is not Ryan Inman. That is Jared Haggerty from Halloween Haunts 365. How you doing, Jared?
Good, man. How are you?
Not bad. And he is on today because he is going to help us interview our guest that will be on shortly. I got a message that our guest will be on in about 5 minutes. So as soon as he pops on, we'll play a little intro video for him, introduce him, and all that good stuff. But for now, we are going to just bullshit and freestyle and see what's up. So how are things?
Things are busy.
Things are busy. Oh, yeah. It's your busy season.
Yeah, and my wife made me start a diet, so we've been working on that. I'm down 9 pounds, though.
All right. There you go. Hey, Ryan. Ryan is in the comments. He says, that's a much better looking co-host than the usual one. Right on.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, he decided to sit this one out because our guest is a haunter who runs a haunted attraction, and Jared is the expert on all things haunted attractions. If you have, go ahead.
We'll say A, not V.
Did I say the? Okay, well, he's a expert. No, but he knows his shit for sure. And if you haven't already, go to Halloween Haunts 365 on the YouTube, the Facebook, the where else?
Everywhere.
Your sister's ass. Yeah, and like, subscribe, Spotify, iTunes. It's all over the place. Check it out. What's up?
News starting tomorrow. Our fan voted Haunt of the Year goes live.
Okay.
So you can head over to HalloweenHaunts365.com and vote. It's right in the right corner.
Right on. We will do that. I will do that after this. And you disappeared. Okay, I imagine you will be back in a few seconds after you figure out whatever the hell happened. We're already up to 10 people. That's pretty sweet. And he is back. Let's see. Add to stream.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's all good.
Your new
technical difficulties. So you're in New Jersey, not Pennsylvania, like Brian with the shitty Pennsylvania internet, right?
Yeah, my internet's solid. It has to be. 2 podcasts and all the video editing and bullshit I deal with.
Yeah. So let's see.
Yeah, what's today? Thursday. I am 9 days away from haunt season starting.
Nice. Hey, I'm pretty excited about that. We'll be doing some reviews. Hey, what's up, Colonel in the comments? Get good internet, son. No, mine's good. That's the Colonel from Death Curse Society jumping on. They do this podcast on Mondays at 8. This coming week, they're going to have I actually know the guy, and I can't think of his name, but the guy from Buffalo Bill House. Yeah, he's going to be on with them, as well as one of the actresses from the movie that is doing some really cool event there where you can take pictures and stuff. Her name escapes me. If he pops her name in there, I'll pop it on the screen.
Ryan wants to know if I played the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game yet. Yes, I played it once.
What'd you think about it?
It's the most boring game I've ever played, but I haven't felt like giving it another try, but I'm going to. It's beautiful.
I played it the first time, and it was horrible. I hated every second of it.
It's very well done.
But then I played it again, and I was actually able to kill somebody rather than just do nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a little bit more time. And then I played it a third time as a victim. And, dude, that was intense, man. Like, it was like when I was, like, creeping, trying to get out of the complex, and I didn't notice one of the killers come up behind me. They didn't kill me right away, but they hit me. And just even that, I jumped like, it was sweet, dude. Then, I'm having fun. I'm playing the game. I'm getting into it. game's over, and that's when you can hear the people in the lobby talk, and everybody's talking shit about me. I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, they got this 8-year-old talking about how bad I suck. Like, dude, I just want to play a game, man. Right on. Yeah, but I know Colonel and the guys from Death Curse Society have been playing that too. So, all right, we're up to about 15 people. That's awesome. What's he say? Let's see. We'll throw it on the screen.
I think he's right, because I did have trouble with the map.
Yeah, and again, that same thing for me. I couldn't figure out where to go, and Ricky's next to me like, you're supposed to go here. You're supposed to go here. Do this. Do this. Like, dude, you play it then. Jesus Christ. And the thing about that is, I don't know if you caught last week, but the thing that really sucked about that is I bought it on the PlayStation because I didn't want to walk 8 feet to his room to play it for free on the Xbox. So, and then I found out I had to buy a PlayStation Plus thing. So I'm up like $65 into this damn game, And then I played it once, and I'm like, I don't think I'll ever play this again. So then that $65 called me back, so I had to get back in. Candace in the house. What's up, Candace? Kayla R is in the house. Come on, Richard. Yeah, he said he's going to be a couple minutes late, so he'll be on in any second, I imagine. Let me check my phone and see if he shot me a text since then. And we got nothing. He was on his way home from somewhere, so we don't want him to text and drive. He's going to get home, get his computer set up, and I'm sure he'll be on momentarily. But he's definitely going to play it again. Yeah. Yeah, no, I had fun, especially the second time around. And like I said, I didn't think anybody would want to play as the victims. So I figured that would be hard for the game to work. But I did, and I liked it.
I'll have to check it out again.
Yeah, check it out as a victim too, and see if you like it from that end. And did you play as Leatherface?
No, I played. The only time I played was as the cook.
The cook. That's why it was the first time and hated it too. Dude, they gave me a stick. Fuck, am I gonna do with that?
And you could talk to chickens. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, the hell with that guy. I didn't know I could even pick. I thought it was randomized.
Oh, I didn't know you could pick.
Yeah, see, I didn't know. They don't tell me all that stuff. That's why back in the day when we were kids and we got a game, you got that damn book with it that told you all this stuff.
Yeah.
No more books. All right. So I know you didn't see it yet, but Dylan's new Nightmare came out today. Watched that earlier before the thing. Sissy is the best killer, Colonel says. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. But yeah, I checked out Dylan's new Nightmare, and I think you'll dig it. I think you'll like it. My opinion, I think Dave leaned a little bit too far into Robert, and the campy, jokester Robert more so. And I was hoping to be like more serious, like New Nightmare was. And I mean, he did a good job, but to me, he was playing Robert Englund. He wasn't playing Freddy Krueger, if that makes sense.
I gotcha. I might check it out tonight. We'll see.
Yeah, it's 40 minutes, but it'll probably piss you off because it's like a great beginning of a movie. And if these guys don't get funded for the next movie, I'm going to be so fucking pissed to not see what happened.
Yeah, they need a new Krueger or something because we're getting dicked out of Spirit. There's no Freddy shit anymore in Spirit.
Right.
I
went to Spirit Halloween. I doing Lyft, and I ended up buying one to go pop in to see what they had. And it was funny. There was a girl waiting for them to open at the door wearing I wish I would have got a picture. Wearing a Freddy Krueger sweater. I was wearing a Friday the 13th hockey jersey. And this other guy that was waiting there gets out of his car and he was wearing a Michael Myers shirt. That's too perfect. Wish I would have got a group picture. But all right. So that was like 10 minutes late. All right. Hopefully he comes on pretty soon. But
did you see The Exorcist got a new date?
Oh, it got pushed back or forward?
Pushed up.
When's it going to be out? Oh, here he is. He says 60 seconds. Our guest will be on in 60 seconds.
It got pushed up to the 6th.
Oh, that's cool. That because there's something else coming on the 13th. Well, I knew you're going to be busy on the 13th, right? Because you're going to Brian's gig, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Brian's, but me and him are talking about seeing it the 14th before we have.
I'm going to text him what Teddy just said. Whoever Teddy is says that means 3 hours. hours. But yeah, that's cool. That yeah, there was something else I wanted to do on Friday the 13th. I really wanted to come there with you guys, but it's just not financially possible right now.
That's a hike. Yeah.
So, David Gordon Green, is that the guy's name?
Oh, he's got a lot to prove lately.
Yeah, I didn't have as much of a problem with the Halloween trilogy as everybody else. They got progressively worse.
Yeah.
From 2018 was great. Kills was okay, and Ends was it was a good movie. It just wasn't what it was supposed to be.
Kills.
I thought that movie should have came out after they killed Michael Myers, the way they did Jason when Jason died, and the next movie was The Imposter.
Yeah.
But what the fuck do I know? I'm just a public school kid.
Kills was okay. I mean, and it's the whole fucking gang mentality that pissed me off. Because I mean, like, it's 40 years later. Other than the people that lost, and now remember, see, they made a movie that made more sense with all the movies for Kills. Because why would the town be so pissed off about 4 kids 40 years ago? But if Michael terrorized for decades, like the series did, then the town would be so like they contradicted themselves.
Right. Well, you know, it's horror. They don't always make sense.
and fucking Michael Hall, evil dies tonight. Shut up.
What was that? Not our guy yet, but he's getting close. But I liked it, and then like I said, they did get progressively worse. But I'm excited for The Exorcist. I think it's going to be good.
Me too. I'm very excited.
But I also think it could very well do like the Halloween trilogy, because this is a trilogy as well. Start off good, get worse, get worse.
I wouldn't have made it a trilogy until I saw how the first one did. That's just
right. I mean, hold on. Yeah, Teddy's going to be a firecracker already. Teddy, this is Stitch commenting back. Yeah, Teddy's going to be a firecracker already. I'll tell you, he's a good dude, but we might have to break out a taser. That's funny. So, So did anybody in the comments catch Dylan's new nightmare today? There's also a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film that dropped today. I watched. That one's even shorter. It's 22 minutes.
22. Like, can't we call them fan TV shows at this point?
Right.
Like,
that one was more of a complete movie, believe it or not.
Well,
you know, like than the 40-minute movie. I mean, I'm not saying it was a better movie, but it was complete at least. There was a beginning and there was an end.
Yeah.
You know, with this one, with the one with the nightmare one, I mean, there was a beginning and a great beginning, and then the movie's about to start and it's credits. So, you know,
I don't know, man. It's
Sean watched it today. He enjoyed it. That would be the Dylan's new nightmare. Yeah, I liked it. I just wish there was more to it, man. And I know that how long these fan films can take to make and raise them money, and it's going to be 2 years before we get the next part of that.
Yep.
And that kind of sucks.
Hopefully he gets funded.
Ryan says he's going to watch it tonight. Yeah, it's a quick watch. Watch through the credits. There's a little something, I think, not really big, but, you know. And then your co-host for the Horror Shed podcast, his name's in the credits, Brian Emmenizer. So watch for that. How about the last Scream movie? People getting stabbed 23 times and smiling at the end. No doubt, man.
That's been Scream since the beginning, though.
Courtney Cox, she didn't die in that, right? I heard she's still alive.
Yeah, she's alive.
How? And in the one chick, one of the twins.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
The fact that Dewey's still alive after Scream 2 it's the same.
Right, but that was like the ongoing joke, you know? It was just like every one, it was worse and worse.
I mark you out for handsome diner guy.
In every opportunity, yep. Yeah. All righty then.
Yeah, they need to bring Stu back somehow. I don't care.
Yeah, I think so too. I thought they were going to in that one, in the last one, and they disappointed me. And I figured, especially since they couldn't get Nev Campbell that they would spring the extra dough to get him back to get some interest in it. But alas, they did not.
No, they did not. So did you figure out which first haunt you're going to yet, or no?
Probably the Nightmare Cleveland. Probably Nightmare Cleveland, and if not, then the Chippewa Lake Slaughterfest.
Slaughterhouse.
It's
at a real slaughterhouse.
What's that?
It's at a real slaughterhouse.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
a lot of Texas Chainsaw stuff probably going on there.
Some cool shit up there. I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. And yep. All right, so let's see. So our guest just popped into the waiting room there. So we are going to let's see. I'm technologically limited here. I'm gonna play this little video, and then after that, we'll bring him on.
Nightmare Cleveland Haunted House.
What's up? So my guest here, we got Richard Stitch Thomas in the house.
Yep.
And the reason everybody's here.
Everybody's, what, you got Teddy in there already?
Yeah, he's in here. He says, oh, hell, he was commenting. We were just talking about the Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse. He says, oh, hell yeah, Slaughterhouse. What else did he say? I missed a couple comments. And I think I'm the only one that can't stand Jenna Ortega. I think you are, brother. Jenna Ortega's the shit.
He doesn't like her.
Yeah, we were just killing some time talking about a couple fan films that dropped today, Dylan's New Nightmare and a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, and then somebody brought up Scream, and we've just been having a little thing. But how are you doing, my friend?
I am fantastic and tired. I got to keep remembering to look at the actual camera, not the video here. I'm fantastic. Just really tired. There's a lot going on. Obviously, it's been one of the biggest things I've ever been a part of, doing this project, trying to get so much done in a small period of time with, only a few people that are actually, here full time.
Oh, at the Nightmare Cleveland.
Nightmare Cleveland, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nice.
Chippewa. That's Vaughn's place down in Medina.
Yeah. Jared above you. He's the host of Halloween Haunts 365. It's a podcast dedicated to haunted houses, and he reviews haunted houses.
Perfect. Every
week, likes to interview haunters like yourself. And I wanted to have you on because I'm from Cleveland. Been going to Mushroomheads shows since they came out, back in the day.
Yeah.
And also am a fan of haunted houses. I'm going to be doing reviews for him. So I figured it'd be a perfect opportunity if I can get you on, have him on, and we'll all get together and do our thing here.
Right. Yeah, no, very cool.
Let's see. Gavin Lakin says, oh my God, Rick Thomas.
Yeah, he's excited.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this is definitely, I'm pretty sure it's going to be our biggest show we've ever done. I mean, we're getting a lot of feedback. A lot of things are popping off. So that's awesome. You're the first guest I ever had on here that I didn't know personally. So that's pretty cool. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, I've been going to Mushroomhead shows since 93, 94, when I was like 14, 15 years old, before the Super Buick came out, but after Self-Titled came out.
Right.
So right around that time. So wasn't from the beginning, but pretty close.
That's the time I would have been probably next to you in the crowd. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You were probably next to me in the pit because you joined the band in 2004. Is that right?
2001-ish.
2001-ish. Okay, cool. So yeah, you've got 20 something years in yourself. And,
yeah, it's been a few years off. Obviously, the haunted house, I kind of took didn't really quit, but took.
Well, we caught you at Incarceration, and you guys are sounding pretty fucking sweet right now.
Yeah, kill me to not do Incarceration. Trust me, but because I would have loved to have been a part of that. But this is an insane project that needs like my, I got to be here every day.
Ryan asked if you were in the band with JJ. He was gone by the time you got in, right?
No. I was in toward the last cycle of with JJ in the band. Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go, Ryan. He was in the band with them.
I had to like go back in my head, but I was.
Well, yeah. The band always has changes, and that's the beauty of it. But right now, I mean, to be honest, I'm actually friends with two of the ex-singers, and the singer you guys got now he's fucking fire, man. Rockhorse is a shit, dude.
Yeah,
like he is so fucking good.
Yeah. Correct what I was saying before. I was around helping the band doing merch and stuff when JJ was around. But when I joined the band, I believe Gravy was already part of it, though. My brain sucks right now.
No worries. But yeah, I'm really digging Steve. That's for sure, dude. That guy's voice is something else.
Yeah, Steve's great, and Scott from Bentana.
Yeah, Bentana, which is also your band as well, right?
Yep, another band that's kind of, not Mushroomheads been doing amazing shit. I'm jealous that I haven't been a part of it because they've been doing great tours and kicking ass, and I'm like, sweet, cool, sweet.
Incarceration posted a picture of you. I thought you were at the show.
I didn't want to be a negative thing. I came to like a couple shows, but that's kind of how it is. More of a positive, temporary hiatus, but the band's got to do their thing without me.
The band will roll on.
A bunch of my friends are in that band now, and it's like a cool ass lineup. And
yeah. Oh no, you guys are hitting on all cylinders.
So cool.
Are you going to be at the Halloween show?
I hope to. But I haven't talked to anyone in the band like about it or anything. But,
right on.
I mean, I don't see why it's a negative thing. But last year I wanted to do the Halloween show, but I couldn't because there was just too much going on here. Too many call-offs. Actors call off, and it was.
And with Halloween being crazy ass season.
Here's the fun flip side to that. So a bunch of the actors are requesting off because they're going to the Mushroomheads show. So that's the strongest. I don't know. Is that irony? I don't know what that is.
Teddy says, dude, tell us about the kick-ass Nightmare Haunt, which is honestly the real reason why we got you here. And Jared's not from Cleveland. He's from New Jersey. But the Halloween Mushroomhead show is almost like a holiday here. It's fucking insane.
What good haunts are in New Jersey? I can't say
we got a few. Brighton Asylum, Night of Terror.
Out there. That's been on the list. I forgot to get. I don't know they were out in that area.
Who was that? I missed it.
Brighton Asylum.
Yeah. They're ridiculous. And then we cover PA, New York, and all that too.
Okay, right on.
All right, so let's start with some questions. Jared, you want to start with a question for Rick?
Yeah, we'll start. This is the second year for Nightmare Cleveland, correct?
So yeah, it's going in the second year. Last year, we've only had like 5-6 months to build sets. With the renovation of the building and everything that had to happen first, we were in here like late November that prior year. And then it was like 3-4 months of just demolition, ripping out drop ceiling, ripping out old power, ripping out everything. And the owner, Vaughn LeCan, that invested into Nightmare Cleveland, the owner of Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse, he's just like, start fresh, make it all right. It always seems to be a big thing in haunts too. Like there's always like shitty power, shitty lighting, and shitty sound, and all the speakers are buzzing, and it's like a freaking nightmare because usually when you take over a department store haunt, it's the power is set up in a certain way. It can't handle what you're trying to come in with.
Yeah.
So coming in, plugging in subwoofers and strobing lights and all this stuff, and it's like, good luck.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
He threw some hardcore, money down to do the power right. And we have separate audio power, separate lighting power, something that's like massive. But fast forwarding, it was months of doing all of that stuff with the team of people doing shit before we could even start building. anything. So like everything had to get ripped out, new stuff put in. We only had 4 or 5 months to do this whole haunt, and that's when Vaughn came to me and he was like, who you got anyone else that we can bring into this, because obviously we can't do this whole thing by ourselves and get open in time. And without hesitation, I was like, Brian Dembski, that's the person we need here. That's the person that I would love to have as a teammate, a team member, because not only am I friends with him and a fan of his art, he's fucking incredible at doing haunts. He's done all kinds of haunts around the States. He's done stuff at Netherworld and Mortuary and 13th Floor, and he's probably dozens and dozens more. He's worked in film, even back to the Mushroomhead video for Come On. He's in that video. He was always back at we were doing stuff with Precinct 13. He was always around with like Dave Greathouse, stuff like that, and those people. Brian was always kind of around helping back then, so I knew the motherfucker was talented. So right away, but he was, working at Blood Prison and doing his thing down there. We were able to luckily, snag him away for like 3 months to really help go, hey, we gotta, we need another person with artistic mind here that, boom, can knock shit out.
Yeah.
Right on.
So it was really cool. It was very fortunate. And then moving into this year, he actually wound up, lucky me, moving to Cleveland. So the current haunt that he was working for, it's like an hour or so away. So it just made more sense for him to, now he's just here, for the whole year. I had, not only his help, but like insane amount of direction as far as taking my basic ideas and just like, he's just killing it and fucking moving and doing his spin on it, which I think is really cool. Feeding each other ideas, and I kind of let him take the lead tremendously on like some of the visual aspect of how the end product is. But we brought him in last year, and that's what helped speed up, or else we would have had lots of black hallways and
the blackout haunt. Yeah.
But for a year one haunt, it was short. It was like maybe 14, 15 minutes, but it was packed with cool sets, a cool concept, a cool basic theme that started snowballing on that. And then knowing, okay, next year we'll be able to spend all year now building the next half and making this all make more sense.
Right on.
That's what we've been doing, and it's ridiculous. I know a lot of people out there are always like, we're doing the craziest, stupidest, awesomest thing you've ever seen, and no one's ever seen something as cool as this. But in this area, there's really nothing that holds a candle to the level of sets that we're designing. Because we're not just doing like, bloody handprints and here's a cemetery scene and here's a clown room and here's a butcher room. It's all a consistent universe that we're building to where you actually feel fully immersed like a video game or a movie, and done that way. And then you just fill it with cool creatures.
And that's what's got me so excited about seeing your place, because I know it's going to be like that. Because if I'm not mistaken, you did a lot of the work with the sets for Mushroomhead and the videos and
I can't take definitely never.
Well, I'm sure it was a group effort, but
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you had a lot of input on that, I'm sure.
Effort, and always led by Skinny all the time with that stuff. But I was the nerd, haunt kid.
Right.
That was in the band, and I like dressing up, and I enjoy the Halloween, and I acted at local haunted houses for years since the 90s.
You've been doing this since you were about 12 years old, from what I read, right?
More like 14, 15.
Okay. What was the first haunt you worked at?
It was Bloodview.
Bloodview?
Haunted house in Broadview Heights, Ohio.
I worked at, when I was about 16, I worked at Haunted Hollow for about 3 or 4 weeks.
Fun fact, Ryan Farrell,
I know Ryan. I know him personally, but yeah.
Yeah, he was like acting manager or like running things for a minute there over there toward the end of the thing.
Oh, towards the end of the thing. I was saying, if it was back then, he probably fired me because I got fired.
Yeah.
He got fired for my volunteer job.
That's funny. But yeah, Hollow was always fun. That was like the more punk rock version of Bloodview, I felt. Or if you went to Haunted Hollow, someone was definitely dropping acid acting there, and it was more punk rock, you know. But I remember,
that's why we got fired.
there was specifically the twisty slide with the chainsaws going over your head.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like that shit, the shit you can get away with in the 90s was awesome.
Not anymore.
You can't do no more fun. No one can have fun anymore.
All the slides are basically gone now. Like there used to be so many slides and haunts, and now it's just
13th floor in San Antonio, Texas has a badass. That's how you start the show. So
okay, cool.
You have to go all the way up to the top floor, and you start in like this dark, twisty slide, and you end at the bottom, and these like animatronic pigs come out, and your whole show starts in the basement, and you work your way back up.
Yeah,
but that haunt's fucking so sick.
That sounds awesome.
In San Antonio.
Brighton Asylum used to have a slide. It was a tiny little thing, steel. You'd fall down into like, you know, the skull foam balls. And it's so quiet. And then you just hear the chainsaw rev and Leatherface comes after you. So that was pretty funny because you're on your back and then you got to go, oh shit.
Right.
Right on. Let's see. So did you go to school to learn how to build any of this stuff, or you just been doing it forever?
Like, so
for like makeup or anything like that?
Literally nothing. But I'm not like that great. I like to say that I'm good enough to get by, you know, for certain things. I would never call myself like a special effects artist because
I don't know, man. I think you're being humble because I've seen some of the makeup you've applied and it looks pretty freaking good.
Because there's people that like they learn how to apply a little bit of bruise wheel and a little bit of latex, and all of a sudden they're a special effects makeup artist and they're applying for jobs, and like
they're Robert Kurtzman and Tom Savini.
Well, those people are badasses, but everyone thinks they're at that level,
right?
How to put latex on or use some gelatin, you know, or whatever. So I try to loosely use those terms with myself because other people just ruin it. But where was that fucking going?
I don't know.
I got on a tangent there. So
throw out another question, Jared, and maybe we'll get him back on track.
Oh, you were asking about
if he went to school.
Went to school for anything?
Yeah.
Nope. Just honestly, just working on haunts, learning shit.
Exactly. Right on.
In the haunt industry, and then joining Mushroomhead, then continuing to learn a lot at like an impressionable age. I was in my early 20s then. But there was always something hands-on to do in Mushroomhead.
Oh, yeah.
Making something. There's always something getting painted, something getting printed, something getting done. And I was attracted to that more so than the music aspect for Mushroomhead. It was
for sure.
It was that aspect, and it was fun to like hang out and paint banners and learn how to tape lines off properly, and just absorbing, you know, over the years, absorbing how to do.
That's how you went to school right there, actually, you know? That was like going to school.
A lot of people will go to school and they'll get, I got an arts degree, and they don't know how to make anything cool. Like,
see, I cooked for a lot of years, and a lot of people would always talk about like people that went to culinary school, but the best chefs never went to culinary school. They went to school by working in a restaurant and doing this shit, you know, the same thing.
Exactly. So I grew up being more into the haunt thing, and originally I wanted to go to like Tom Savini's makeup school, learn to become like a, you know, makeup effects artist, because I was interested in it, and I was, you know, messing around with it a lot at haunts and being like, all right, I kind of know some stuff. It'd be cool to go to a school once you kind of know some things already. And then, okay, now what? Because I always have these crazy ideas, but I don't always know how to make it look believable. Luckily, in this world, you can hide it with grunge.
There you go.
Like, hey, I fucked that up. Well, more grunge, you know.
Point the light a little that way. You'll be good.
With the band stage, you know, shows too, it becomes more of like, you know, a mini haunted house set. You know.
Yeah, so especially like the Halloween shows is just insane. The craziest one I ever went to though was you guys missed Halloween one year because you were touring with ICP and came back with the Halloween on Christmas show.
Yeah, that devastated a lot of people. They were not happy.
But hey, if you went to that Christmas show, you guys more than made up for it. That shit was amazing.
Yes, Skinny's idea behind that, the Christmas show, to make up for it was pretty
I would love to have that whole show on DVD. I think it was probably the best Mushroom Head show I ever went to.
Go down.
But I really dug that. Teddy says, "What you drinking? Bud Light?" If he's talking to me, I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi.
No, I was drinking. I have 2 Blue Moons here left by one of our actors yesterday, Mark Foran. Left me 2 of them. It is my favorite beer, Blue Moon. I don't care what anybody says.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I ended up working at breweries a lot, so I got really into craft beer. But I'll drink a Blue Moon.
You can't drink a lot of them; it's too heavy. But like 2 or 3 of them, when they're cold in a bar, they're pretty good.
That's it, baby.
You know, if I gotta grab one, because I am out and I am parched.
There you go. So, fire another question there, Jared.
All right. So you open in about 2 weeks, correct?
Yes. 16 days.
Yeah, 2 and some change. So, how's the recruiting been?
Better than last year.
That's good.
Last year was a struggle. We even spent some money, in ads, to find people. And I hoard myself out as much as I could on social media with looking for actors, sharing, through my platforms of, whoever gives a shit about me anymore. But we spent some money on ads for employees and still really did not hit enough people. And as anyone that knows the haunt industry well, you could have 100 people apply, only 50 actually show up.
Yep.
And then 40 make orientation, and then 30, if you're lucky, you're there opening night.
Yep. And then you're down to 15 by halfway. And
then, correct. After weekend 1, 2 are gone, and then the one guy broke up with the girlfriend, so then they're gone. It's the same thing. It was the same thing in the 90s, same thing in the 2000s. It's the same thing today. Now that I'm doing it full time now, which is awesome. It's always been my dream to do this full time.
Nice.
But it's the same shit, no matter what it is. It's for some reason, I don't know what it is, but it's the same.
It's every haunt too. Like no matter what haunt you are, except for one, you have this problem every single year.
I mean, and you talk to haunt owners, all across the states, and it's the same issues, it's the same type of thing, and they just work out different systems to how to work with that, and and expect it. Because I know some haunts, they'll hire double what they want, what they need. And they might start the season off with a big payroll, but it dwindles off, and then you at least finish your season with a respectable number of actors. Because there's nothing worse than charging full price for a show that last Saturday had 35 actors, and then this Saturday we have 20.
Yeah. Especially when your attendance goes from 10,000 to 30,000 as you get closer to Halloween.
And you
there's even bad reviews, and
Yep.
You got to spend money trying to win them back.
Right.
Yeah, it's almost as big a pain in the ass as the fire marshals.
Luckily, we've had great luck with all that, because everything that Vaughn does is fully to the books and legit, with contractors having plans. So I drew this whole layout to scale and designed it as an actor as well as haunt designer. Drew the layout to be like the perfect battlefield for actors to dominate on a low number of actors. So if the haunt did have a low number, it's designed to where
they have 3 scare zones that one guy can hit. Yeah.
There's all these chutes that I just put into the blueprints that are easy accessible. You can get ahead of groups instant, and everything's numbered. It's all super organized. Was pretty excited about that. Because it makes it very easy for the actors. Because I remember years growing up as actors, it's always it takes you maybe 2 years to start learning the layout of that building that you just act in. To not know what black door am I going in. It's the black door to the left, and you're like, no, I'm not in that room. No, I'm not in this room. You got to make it super foolproof for these people that are just coming in, and it could be the first time ever there. But
I can imagine.
But this year I had a really good turnout for hires. A lot of promising people. I hope they last, and hope they deliver everything they promised me as far as being here. But yeah, lots of people from some other haunts that have kind of shifted over to here this year. Yeah. So
any marketable ones yet?
Marketable what?
Like put on T-shirt type people?
People know, because I do it the same way you do a band. You create your band, which is a certain icon characters. There's your band, just like Hellraiser and all the Cenobites. So here's my cast. No matter who acts here, this is my cast, because this is such a thing that like you might have 10 dedicated actors, but like why would you waste your time putting them in any form of promo just so they quit and then they give you shit like you're using my imagery. It turns into that.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I bet. No, I get it.
That's exactly how it goes. It's the same shit with band shit. I mean, it's the same thing. That's why the crossover has been interesting, doing the band thing for so long and touring and knowing how to like how events work and how pleasing an audience is, like taking that knowledge then back into the haunts. It's like, oh, this is kind of easy to like make it right, yeah.
So do you think that like I was wondering if I should come on an opening night or wait like a week for you guys to get everything together? Does that make sense?
You definitely wait a week.
Do you think that'd be better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Give you guys a chance to get everything tight.
I'm not saying that it won't be tight, because we're doing another part in luxury of having Brian Dembski on now that he's taken the lead of acting manager. So I don't have to do that on top of 900 other things. But again, there's someone now in that role that I trust wholeheartedly. He's got it.
Yeah. And it's good to have somebody that you can depend on like that, especially in this kind of a business, because you can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah, he gets it. We play the same video games. We're into the same movies, listen to almost the same type of music throughout the day. Blasting Slaughter to Prevail, working on the haunt all day.
Oh, nice. It caught them at Inc. as well. They were pretty freaking sweet.
That was also another reason why I was bummed out that I wasn't there, because I'm like, fuck, I want to meet Alex Terrible. I want to tell him how fucking badass his band is. I want to fucking hang out with fucking Slaughter to Prevail. And I was also obviously played Shroom. But yeah, there's so much going on here. It's just my head wasn't in it, and I haven't been around, so I didn't.
Like when Shroom was on, I was towards the back, so I couldn't really see everybody that was there. But I could have swore I saw you there, and I know that they definitely used a picture of you as a promo that you like you were there.
They used a picture from years ago.
Oh, it was an old picture? Okay. So back to Mushroomhead just for a second though. So Gravy's back in the band full time, or you don't know the 100% what's going on with that?
Well, again, I'm not around much. I pop in once in a while because this is just what I
noticed he had a new mask, and I figured if you guys took the time to make him a new mask, he's probably going to be around a little bit.
Yeah, they made him a mask, but I know he's not like doing all the tours. He's just
right.
Certain shows, much like me or anyone, honestly. I mean, Mushroomhead's always been a band where people could come and go. Like,
yeah, exactly.
A-Man left for a big chunk of time and then came back, and now he left again. I don't know what's happening, years from now, and it's just so funny because now it's like.
But that's almost the beauty of it, because this band's going to be around after I'm gone, after you're gone.
Correct.
Grandkids, or who knows? I mean, it's kind of like Guar in that sense. Like they're just going to keep churning people in and out and stay around, and that's a good thing.
No, absolutely. I believe that was initially Skinny's intention, was that
right.
A form of Mushroomhead could be here 100 years from now. I'm not saying it will, but who knows? It has potential, and that's where him keeping that mask thing is brilliant, because then your band is ageless, they're timeless, it can go forever. I mean,
exactly.
Shit happens. People pass away. People just don't want to do it anymore. I mean, I'm not even talking about like Mushroomhead. I'm just saying in general for people fall in and out of being in a band, working at a haunt, working at Costco, like doing anything.
Right. Exactly.
Come and go in your life, and then the internet gets to judge you on what reality is and what they think's going on. And
that shit is stupid. I never got that. Like everybody's like, Like I didn't even want to bring it up, but some people, it's a cover band. It's like, these guys have never been the same band for more than 10 minutes. This has always been people coming and going and coming back, and that's just what this band has always been.
It has recorded a lot of covers. So.
No, again, like I said before, you guys are tight right now.
Laugh at it. I just try not to listen to it, and I know
it's just stupid people.
It's easier for people to hate than it is to like on things, and then the internet is what the internet's for. It's for ball busting, hazing.
The vocal minority.
It's to a lot of people that's a sport,
Right. So
you just talk shit for the sake of talking shit, and it's like, dude, who cares? Like, one of my favorite bands is Dillinger Escape Plan, but I did not like them until they got their new singer.
Right.
So is that a cover band because they got a new singer?
No, that's just fucking stupid.
They're a fucking phenomenal band now with their new singer. Fucking what's his name? Greg starts with a P. Can't remember. I feel like an idiot. But I'm a big fan of his. And I hated Dillinger Escape Plan, and they got him singing. He was more like a Mike Patton background, kind of
nice
thing going on. But
and Mike Patton, I mean that's kind of Rock Horse has a little bit of that in him, if you ask me.
Yeah, me and Steve went to school together. It's just crazy that they said.
Oh, Steve went to Royalton?
Yeah, Steve's a Royalton kid.
How old are you guys?
I am 43 years old.
Huh. Do you know anybody with the last name Pilata that went to Royalton?
Pilata, maybe.
Yeah, that's my brothers and sisters. They went there, and then I'm 44, so I'm older than you. I thought you were older than me.
I graduated in 98.
See, that damn internet said you graduated in 96.
I was not smart. I got all D's. I did just enough in school to pass. Like once I started figuring out, okay, I only have to do this much effort to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, my second son, that's what he did.
Music, because I was in high school bands and shit. Like all I cared about was getting out, playing music, playing video games, and going to haunted houses.
Yeah, well, at least you made it through it.
Fucking stupid. You don't learn a goddamn thing in there.
No doubt.
You actually take out like how many things they could actually teach you in school that would actually be useful.
Very, very few.
I still haven't used algebra in my fucking life. Still have not fucking used algebra.
Someday it'll come.
No, it won't.
Not had to use Spanish yet either.
Nicole Sims says
2 years of that.
Says Greg Puciato is the name of the singer. I probably said that wrong.
Sure, that's the singer.
And real quick, I want to thank all the people that came that for the first time to check out the whole Damn Enchilada podcast. And I understand Rick is the one that brought you guys here, so I really appreciate you. Hopefully you liked and subscribed to Halloween Haunt so you could check out Jared. So Jared, you got another haunt question we could throw in there?
I do. What was the biggest challenge this off season?
The biggest challenge this whole season?
Yeah.
Staying positive. I've always been a person to have a very short fuse with flipping out on things. So this whole, here we go. He's just derailing it.
That's for when you're done answering that question.
But yeah, learning to just go, it'll be fine. 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 It's been good because I haven't been in a shitty mood at all for the season. Excuse me. But that was the biggest challenge, I would say, because other than like typical stuff of like, oh, it's a humid day, shit ain't drying. That's petty, because that's expected in a haunted house. It's like, oh, the shit's on back order that we need. Yeah, okay, it's a haunted house. It's always going to happen. The prop company didn't fulfill our order in time, and we open in a week.
Very, very normal.
Hey, the elevator parts still aren't here. Like there's silly stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mostly just digging down deep and like staying positive through all of it, knowing that I kind of I've never had to be the leader for anything. So it's alien for me because I like to think that everyone can do their own thing without me coming in and being like, I'm rah, rah, rah. But yeah, staying positive.
Speaking of aliens, Teddy has a question. He says, when will you create an alien abduction room at the haunt? Aliens creep me the fuck out. The little gray bastards with the big black eyes. Fuck school and that mad bullshit.
That's Teddy.
It's Teddy. Okay.
You know, I've only seen one alien abduction room.
Jared, how many haunts have you been to in your life?
My life?
Do you know? You know about that number?
No. I'm gonna say maybe over 100 in the last like 5-6 years.
Nice.
That's
lifetime. That's
I have to do a count, but the cool part about touring, especially in the fall, I would Google, especially thank God with Ubers and Googling.
Yeah.
Like I type in haunted house. I'm like, we're not on till 11 p.m. I'm gonna go see a haunted house. And I've seen some cool ones that I never would have thought I'd ever see. And I've seen some holy Jesus Christ, there's some shit out there. Like,
oh yeah. I've been to a lot of shit. See, Ohio is you probably know this. Ohio is has more haunted house per capita than any other state.
Yeah, and they're not all good.
No, they're not.
Quantity.
I was telling him, I was like, not too many.
There's some good ones.
There's some good ones.
Yeah, I'm not at liberty to talk shit about anyone anymore.
I wouldn't want you to do that, but maybe you could say what your favorite. What is your favorite local haunted house besides the one you
were start shit now, Rick? I mean, come
on. That's not starting shit.
That's starting.
That's positive for somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm asking him to say what's the worst one. Who should I stay away from?
Mile radius of local to you.
Like I don't know, within an hour.
Oh, then Akron Schoolhouse is a classic one.
I went there for their halfway to Halloween show, and it was freaking amazing.
It's in a cool building, Factory of Terror, John's place. It's huge, huge freaking haunt. Tons of cool shit out there.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, you got Blood Prison at Mansfield Reformatory.
I went there during Ink, but it was so there was nobody there.
I'm friends with a lot of people in haunts.
I'm
not friends with a lot of people in the haunts around here, so I don't want to exclude anyone. Like, I don't care about your haunt. But as far as a presentation, Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse, that's 45 minutes away. So that's
they're definitely on my list.
That's why I asked, what's your radius?
Yeah,
but I don't know. Is that a biased comment because I've helped a lot down there? But that's Vaughn's place. It's beautiful. It's fucking a real slaughterhouse, first off. So it's real. So when you park your car, it's like, I shouldn't be here. You feel like you're going to die. There's not.
That's what you want, though.
I know exactly. And that's what he wanted. And when he bought that property, that was his intention before I even met him. But I met him a year after he debuted Slaughterhouse.
Nice.
I came in and helped with a lot of, I threw ideas at him instantly and was like, dude, we got to get your Facebook, your Instagram. We got to get all that social media stuff working. It was originally just called like Slaughterhouse Haunt. That was the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
I brought up, I'm like, you're in Chippewa Lake, Ohio. That's a cool name.
It is.
It's got Indian, background to it. So you can spin off that poltergeist, Indian burial ground shit. Or like, I'm sorry, Pet Cemetery, not Poltergeist. My bad. I misquoted horror movie. So it sounds creepy. It sounds like Camp Crystal Lake, like Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Because I showed it like to Google. I'm like, look, type in slaughterhouse. The first thing that came up was like some haunt in Michigan. Like every haunt out there is called the Slaughterhouse or Slaughterhouse. So he luckily owns that building in Chippewa Lake, Ohio. So it's like, now you got a cool name and it's the location of the search engine. So it's like you're looking for haunted houses in Chippewa Lake. It's gonna, come up because it's got it in the name. Right on. But then helped with a lot of the sets because the building was already sick. It was already cool ass ex slaughterhouse. The only problem is that it was like completely gutted, like nothing in it, like none of the cool machinery, none of the cool stuff. So Vaughn had to spend a lot of money to fill it with enough props and things like that, and do what he could. put new roofs up, all kinds of crazy shit before I even met him. But I met him through a mutual friend at the Agora. Oddly enough, it was a show we were playing. My friend Nick Mills is the light guy there.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking, and then I used to do a haunted house locally called Fear Experience. I didn't own it or anything, but I was.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was going to bring that up, and I forgot.
One of the lead set people there.
Mm-hmm.
Help with like the everyday. I was there every day, goddamn day. Again, just putting my time in, wanting to be a part of something, and I saw that was a haunt with potential, but I knew I could bring shit to the table for it. So yeah, worked there, and then so Nick's buddy is like, "Oh hey, what's up with Fear Experience?" Because we were out of that building, and he's like, I'm like, "Yeah, the owners are still looking for a spot. Nothing's coming up yet." So he's like, "Oh, my buddy Vaughn that I know just bought the slaughterhouse in Medina County, Chippewa Lake, and he's kind of just doing it by himself. He's like, maybe hit him up and see if he needs some help." And I was like, yeah, you hear that all the time. Like, hey, my buddy's doing this or my friend's doing that. Oh, maybe you could go help him. And then it turns into nothing. It's like a stupid lead, or like the guy's got a garage haunted house and like hanging Walmart skeletons. Like, because I've been to a few of those where it's like, sounds like a promising lead. And it's just like, no, I'm good. But we set up a meeting and I met him down there because I didn't even know that it was a haunted house. And I should have known that 45 minutes away from where I live, actually 30 minutes from where I live, there was a real slaughterhouse that opened as a haunted house. And I didn't hear about it. So that, tells you he, needed some help getting exposure with,
I think that happens with a lot of stuff out here because when the halfway to Halloween thing in Akron, I never heard about it. He told me about it. Mm-hmm. In New Jersey, heard about it.
Yeah, there's haunts that are really good with the social media, like year round, and there's others that I haven't heard of, and that's I research this shit nonstop. So if I've never heard of your haunt in Jersey or PA, you messed up.
I'm already seeing ads for so back to Fear Experience. The owner of that, Nick Francis, he's in Columbus now. Fear Columbus, that's 2 hours away. That's another haunt worth seeing. Haunted Hoochie in Columbus is a fun time. Blood Prison, Mansfield Reformatory. That's where Brian Dembski was at for a few years. He helped flip that whole place around.
That's on my list too to see. I've been there before. I was there the year they had Hell's a Poppin'.
Yeah.
And the line was so long that I was in line for 4 hours. I didn't even get to see Hell's a Poppin'. I was pretty upset.
That's the perfect act to have at a haunted house.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'd seen them at one of your shows, and I was like, dude, these guys are the shit. But okay, you got another question, Jared?
Oh yeah, I got plenty of questions.
Well, fire them away.
Oh, one thing I did. Oh, go for it.
I've been dying to see the Haunted Hoorah.
Me too.
They're called the Haunted Hoorah. Apparently, they put you through like a whole like
a boot camp.
Like scenario. Like it's very hands-on.
Yeah, and they're all veterans that went in with the haunt. So I think it's a cool story.
Is that in Cleveland?
Not Cleveland. I think it's like an hour from here, maybe.
Or Northeast Ohio,
Yeah, I don't even know where it's at because I know they moved locations from what I heard. But
I might have to throw that on the list.
I've heard good things for it, but every time, I mean, we're open when they're open, so it's like I don't go to a haunt anymore. If you're ever in California, I don't know what city they just moved locations, but 17 Door.
Oh yeah.
I was lucky enough to see that goddamn show on accident. It was maybe 7 years ago. And we had a day off in California. I don't even remember the damn city, but I Googled haunted houses because we had a day off. And like, it's California. There's got to be something cool out here. It's like a 45-minute Uber. And like did sign the waiver and did all that shit. I have still not fully recovered from the shock and awe that is that haunt. And I'm not it's fucking, I was so scared. Like I wasn't scared, but I've never been at a haunt where I felt uncomfortable. Like I go through haunts and I'm like, I smile at them. Like I don't like, oh, this is stupid. Like I thoroughly enjoy haunts. I don't get scared. Right. Like I'm never like, I'm not going in there. I don't get scared. I grew up on horror. I love horror. I just love this world. I go smiling. Like I'm like actor jumps out and scares me. I'm like, awesome, fuck yeah,
Same.
We're having fun, like Halloween Horror Nights. I go through smiling and like, cause it's just like fucking kid in a candy store. You're in a horror movie and that's all I care about. But shit, where the hell was I going with that?
17th door.
Oh yeah, 17th door. So I'm already thinking of the shit I still got to do tonight. So insanely immersive, and I said there was a couple times where I'm like, what is happening here? Because the way they hold you in the scenes and you don't leave until the scene completes is fucking cool as fuck. The throughput, obviously, it hurts your throughput, but they're the point. I think they're charging like $46 for a ticket, and I know it's selling out, so good on them. But that is a fucking sweet show. And those the owner, I watched the show, the Spook Show 17.
Yeah.
The reality show, dying laughing. I want to be best friends with that owner. It kills me the way he talks when he's like bitching about like haunt reviewers and he's going off. I'm like, this guy, we would be best friends.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that is probably my top tier haunt. And I know it's not local, but that out there next to Netherworld, it's 17th door.
Is there a haunt that you haven't been to that you'd really like to go to, like a bucket list haunt?
Brighton Asylum, there's way too many.
Eloise, yeah, I want to go there.
I was about to say Eloise. A couple of my friends do some CNC work and do some of the set work up there. Anytime I see a photo, I get jealous and pissed off. And
he had those guys on his show, and made me really want to go there and check it out. Or he was talking about like how it's really haunted. They were on your show for something. I can't remember.
I did a history of the actual
history of it. Yeah.
It's a gorgeous goddamn haunt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same guy. It's Jim Warner that owns Penhurst.
Okay.
Penhurst was a fun show.
I love Penhurst. It's busy as shit. You got to get the VIP for that one, but it's worth it.
Isn't that gone?
Penhurst now is still. They actually just read it a lot.
Oh shit! All right, I'm getting them mixed up now. I'm a goddamn noob.
Right on.
There was Eastern State that changed.
It wasn't Eastern State. It was more north. Where the fuck was that fucking place called? It has a name like that, but it was like a badass big haunt. It was near a prison. I don't even know how I can't think of that right now. That's embarrassing, actually. That's how tired and fried I am. I can't even think of cool haunted houses that I know about.
Yeah, company.
On the can right now. Man of the hour. I'm just in the back. Hey, how you doing? Owner of Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse.
Hey, how's it going, brother?
Let's go.
Well,
I'll catch you in a minute. You're busy. Yeah, it's we're wrapping this up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So maybe we can get his contact info from you later and get him on Halloween Haunts and do an interview with him over there when Jared has time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be sweet. Because he loves he has actors, owners, operators, all that on his show, and it's a good show. It's really cool. It really got me into haunts a lot more. And like I said, I'm going to be covering some for him. But so it sounds like you got to get going, right?
No, you're good. I mean,
okay,
yeah.
Well, let's keep going then. Shoot another question, Jared.
Shoot another question. I thought we were wrapping. That's all right.
Are you out of questions?
I can always come up with a haunt question. So how big was the off-season build crew?
So for just the walls and the layout of the blueprint, so like the basic structures, like, hey, a pillar's got to go here, archway's got to go here, like the basic construction. And I'm not talking about trim and all of that. I'm talking about just give us wooden shapes.
The panels, yeah.
Yeah. That was a crew of like 3 people.
Okay.
To do all that, and they were great, knowledgeable carpenters that actually knew how to do it. Last year, we all kind of wung it ourselves with a couple of Vaughn's buddies. These 2 guys, half the time. And then me, Brian, and then Drake Carpenter, the other guy that helps us. He had a local home haunt, but I shut that shit down. Just said, hey, come work here, fuck your haunt. It blows out any possible competition. Just, hey, come work over here.
There you go.
That's a joke, but also reality.
Oh, I know.
Get good people together to work and make something even bigger and better.
I always make the joke that it's like Tony Stark got the Avengers together. So, it's kind of like that same scenario. You got to get the right people together for this to work, because two people can't freaking do it at all.
No doubt.
But once they were gone, I mean, it's been me, Brian, and Drake 98% of the time. We've had some help along the way, a couple people that we know and a couple veteran actors, that always want to help out. And friends of ours stop in once in a while, but for the majority, it's just 3 people designing and coming up with the ideas and then executing the ideas, wiring the lighting. John Sustar also helps tremendously with all the audio. He's my audio guy. We've also been in bands together in Ventana.
That name's familiar. Okay.
He was the fun fact. He's the creator of Ventana. I joined the band. Things didn't work out, and he wound up being out of the band. And then so it became my band, and it was his band. But we've always been friends throughout all of it. And we're actually closer friends now, working in this world, not in a band, because he's super knowledgeable with audio. He knows, like, hey, that speaker's got 3K, coming out of it. We got to cut it so it's not ear piercing in the hallway, which I go to a lot of haunts and their audio sucks.
That's a thing.
Because they don't understand EQ. They don't understand compression. They don't understand you have to get a good sound system. So knowing audio and knowing sound and all that, and then John being a sound engineer and someone that knows computers and all the stuff that we do, everything that I know with like the tech of like haunt stuff, I pivot to him, and he understands it and he can do it and execute it, and it's done right. And then it's like EQ, like we have we laugh, we turn the sound system on like at night, and it's insane. It's like a freaking rock club in here.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's two of the most important things in the haunt is the sound. Yes. and the lighting.
Yes.
I mean, like you go through some of these haunts, and like you were saying earlier, like it's just a black hallway. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to be immersed into the room. I want like it to be bright where I could see what's going on a little bit, but not too bright. I mean, it's just an art form, I guess, to get that lighting the right way.
Right. And you have to really kind of like get in there, because like there's nights everyone goes home. I turn the foggers on, turn the lights on, turn the overhead lights off, grab a beer, and I walk through the haunt for like hours and sit there and go, what needs to change to make this scarier?
Right.
How is this like, okay, this room's got a ton of bleed. I have to go find where that bleed is. I have to get rid of that bleed. Oh, boom. Now it's even spookier. So you have to spend like hours like in it. You can't just guess, because it's a whole different world once it's all going. And ideas you think that were great then are just like, looks fucking stupid now, like, or it looks badass in bright lighting, and then you put it in the spooky lighting, I can't see shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to execute, okay, maybe we have to change the direction of the light. Maybe we knock this item over and the direction of the light now changes to light up what you want with something that fell over, and making it something reality. Because I go to so many haunts and it's like pin spot, pin spot, pin spot, pin spot. It looks like a showroom floor, like, and it's like color LEDs everywhere. It's like, where in reality is like colored LEDs everywhere?
I went through a new one last year, and I think they were just rebuilding the stages, because it was outdoor haunts with like barns. Mm-hmm. So they had, your little walkthrough through the barn, but their lighting was literally like red LED lights on a strip. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Red is the worst color to have in a haunt, because it washes out all your gore and all your blood. Mm-hmm. And it makes everything ugly.
Right.
With colored lighting at these haunts, a lot of them don't understand. It's like, let's throw all these colors, and it's like, what? You can do so much more with like a flickering amber bulb in the middle of the room.
Yep. Or a lamp, or like I say, organic lighting. It's the easiest way to do it.
And Chippewa Lake, if you gotta check out that haunt.
Oh, yeah, I'm going there to yours and to his in like the first 2 weeks.
Like Nightmare Cleveland's cool because it's impressive for what we've done in a department store. but still we have to be regulation. We can't build to the ceiling. So it's like eventually you see the cutoff. We went as big up as we could. Where are the color LEDs? Such a great point. I hate laser swamps. I also hate laser swamps. Even though I know they're effective, it's just
I think they're pretty cool sometimes.
It's cool when people build a scene around it.
Right.
Most time you go to a haunt, it's just a black hallway and they got the laser.
Yeah.
It's like,
have you seen the laser vortex, the one that does the circle with the fog?
I haven't.
Talk about fucking your head up. Like you're walking into it, you can't see where the fuck you're going, but like the whole room's spinning with just a light. I saw it at Haunted Overload last year. I was really impressed.
That's another haunt that's on my bucket list. There's too many haunts on my bucket list. Haunted Overload's been on it for a while.
They're building a 52-foot pumpkin.
Yeah, I love all their videos they posted for years. I've been following was it
Wallace and Eric. Yeah, I
Uh,
became close with their helper Nikki over the years.
Videos were just like they're cutting down trees and they make these big, cool, spooky sculptures. It's really fun to like. I really want to see that haunt.
Yeah,
looks like a fun time.
Now with you doing this, having your own joint, it's going to be really hard to get to other haunts.
Yeah, I mean that's what the legendary tours are for, thankfully. Which this year it's New Orleans. Where the fuck is it?
No, it's Haunted Overload.
Oh, is it at Haunted Overload? I haven't even paid attention.
It's oh damn it, Barrett's Haunted Mansion, Fright Kingdom, and Haunted Overload with a stop in Salem.
Fright Kingdom's another one. I've seen their image for years. Hopefully, it's cool. Because you never know. Sometimes you see those haunts, and it's like, this is that haunt I've been hearing about.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's them, but
Yeah.
No, we're getting our own version of Transworld this year, so we're excited. They're coming to Philly, so
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're going to do a legendary haunt around there. I mean, I've been to them all, but still, why not?
Yeah.
Right on. So, you got anything else, or you want to get this wrapped up, or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just, and talking. I don't do stuff like this that often, so I'm like.
Well, I'm glad you took the time, and I'm appreciative of it for sure. And I hope you didn't suck too bad. Yeah, I'm pretty new at this. I've been doing this this might be our 10th live show. And before that, we did like 10 other shows on just regular audio podcasts. So I'm pretty new at this. Jared's been doing this for a while. Jared's got a few years under his belt doing this, and he's been helping me out with some different things, like my intro video. Well, you weren't here for that, but he made that for me and helped me out with some things. And yeah, we're just getting going with this. And yeah, like I said, you're the first guest I've had on here that I didn't actually know personally, so that was pretty cool to have somebody that doesn't feel obligated to have to come on.
Oh yeah, I'm just I never if someone gives a shit to like ask me questions and wants to talk to me, I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate you giving a shit.
Well, like I said, man, ever since I heard you started that haunt, because I was familiar with you doing the one down the street on Brook Park. What was it called? Fear.
And I wasn't owner, but I helped tremendously.
Yeah, I knew you did a lot of stuff there. So I was really looking forward to getting up there. But like, I'm gonna probably take your advice come the second week, and bring I got a crew that I've been talking to that wants to come and check it out. So we'll probably be bringing some people. I'm gonna get online. Are the tickets available online?
They'll be on sale.
Talk about that, yeah.
They'll be on sale soon. I'm getting all that figured out because we switched ticketing companies, went with a better system. So the whole checkout experience is gonna be better. The ticket fees are better.
Do you know what the cost is?
So we opened last year and it was $21 and it was $22 on some nights because it was a short show.
That's cheap.
And I wanted to get people in the door, but I knew it was a short show. I knew if you come out the gate charging too much and it's short, you've lost potentially those customers forever. Because they're gonna go into next year assuming it's the same haunt. And they're going to go, fuck that haunt. I paid $30 and it wasn't worth it. And they're never going to come back.
Right.
So you're spending your time trying to get those people back. So I just go more with the mentality of be realistic, let it grow while you're expanding, because then they're expecting it. So if you deliver a good show and it was affordable, So I didn't get much bitching of people saying it wasn't worth it last season. So I got good reviews. I get a couple assholes and people that say like, meh, meh, meh. They're probably haunt owners and other actors.
Yep, other actors.
Yeah, from what I hear, those are the ones.
You can always tell their comments from the average customer because no customers use, words like scare actors and,
Right.
Actor boo holes and the fuck's the other one that like every time it's used, I'm like, that's a haunt owner. Oh,
Jared had somebody on his show recently, and he said on the Google reviews, he said you could look at their profile picture, and you would know right from there. Don't even pay attention to that guy.
Yeah, there's lots of people that just purposely hate to hate. But we did good year one because it was realistic price. So now this year it's going to be. I'm reading now.
Okay.
Whatever. So this year it's 29 opening weekend, and it bumps to 30. But it is a 40-minute show. It's insanely immersive. It's all spinning off the original idea that we had with the biotech industries. It's a government facility similar to Umbrella Corporation. I mean, I'm not like claiming to be in 100% original. Everything here is inspired by a video game or a movie.
Obviously, yeah.
Movie that I've loved and I cherish. Like, so I love Silent Hill. I love Dead Space. I love Resident Evil, but I also love The Shining and I also love this. So it's like, how do you blend all of that together to where it all is in the same world and you're pulling from different influences, but you're not just writing red rum on the wall.
It's nice.
That's what most haunts fucking do, and it drives me nuts. Like, die, and come play with me, and you're next, and all that dumb shit. So we've developed and expanded on biotech industries, and it's a total sci-fi horror haunt, which a lot of haunts don't do, because it can get cheesy really fast with sci-fi. It can get very like mad scientist, ha ha ha. Like, you don't want that. You want like Dead Space. You want The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
You want that.
Not even just greatest horror movies. I mean, I just watched it for the first time like a couple months ago. Don't make fun of me. Yeah. But it is freaking amazing.
Top 5 next to the original Halloween, The Shining, and The Thing. Like, within my top 5.
Good shit. Now, do you have anything else going on at the haunt besides the haunt? Like a lot of haunts have like a midway with different like food trucks or anything like that going on, or
so none of that's at Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse. It's 100% like authentic. Like you said, you show up and you almost don't know where to scan your tickets. Like he keeps it that like authentic and everyone's in character there. But here, because we're right off a highway, we're in the city of Cleveland. We're in a department store. We have a big parking lot. You're forced to kind of fall into that attraction umbrella to where you're expected to have food trucks. You're expected to have fucking midway games. You're expected to have like outside entertainment, or you have to do it. Because obviously it's good, because if you want to be the number one spot people are going to, like my friend Nick down in Columbus, he fucking crushes it at Fear Columbus because he knows how to get people to come to a show.
Mm-hmm.
I also know how to get people to come to a show because I've done it for 20 years, trying to get people to come to a concert, So it's the same mentality. You're just delivering a good horror show. But I believe more in delivering a good horror action show. That's not trying to be like gore over the top, like gross out, stupid, offensive, gags. Like actually from the point you start the show, you're engulfed in this world and it's a whole fantasy land that doesn't exist. It feels like you're in a video game. It feels like you're in that because it's with the layouts and how we do everything here at Nightmare Cleveland. It's 100% based on like video game maps and how you go through video games. Because I hate haunts where it's like you're in this room, there's a hallway, then you're in another room, there's a hallway, there's another room, there's a hallway, and like it went from a clown room to an asylum to a butcher shop. So it's all one big thing that really immerses you in. Like even the queue line that we designed this year, our queue line is better than most haunts.
Nice.
a fucking queue line, but you're not going to feel like you're in a queue line because we plan out this whole pre-show more based on how Universal Studios does their stuff. So it's like if you're waiting in line for Transformers or The Mummy, you're not really bored waiting in those lines.
Right, like back in the day, Cedar Point, the way they had the line for Disaster Transport.
Yeah, a lot of Cleveland people, when they come see it, they're like, some of this reminds me of Disaster Transport. I'm like, why? But it's kind of like a little bit of that vibe too. But
Nice.
really rocking that sci-fi vibe. Lots of BioShock influence too with this one. It's like one of my favorite video games. But it's way cooler to rip off video games as opposed to horror movies, because when you kind of get influenced by video games, your average customer ain't knowing where that came from anyway. Because you can't just put Michael Myers in your house, because that's copyright infringement. You're not allowed to do that. A lot of these haunts get away with murder with their Michael Myers, their Jason Voorhees, and their Freddy Kruegers.
The actors, the mask, the music. I don't know how they get away with it, but they do.
It's intellectual property. You're not allowed to do that and charge admission.
Ryan says the line for Disaster Transport was better than the actual ride. It might have been, dude. It was great.
The ride was always fun, especially back then, being a teenager and being on drugs and being that was, that's always fun.
Right on. Hell yeah.
I did that ride because you had AC, so you were able to get out of the fucking heat.
Yes.
Line for Disaster Transport. But that's what the Aerosmith ride at MGM Studios, now it's Disney Studios or Hollywood Studios. Aerosmith ride reminds me of Disaster Transport.
Nice.
After the launch, when you're inside, it's like the same shit with the same kind of like Day-Glo paint and
right on.
backlight paint. But yeah.
Right on. All right, so this is officially our longest podcast. I think we usually are out in like an hour and 6 minutes. There's been like 5 of them that have been that distance. This one's like 122. So we're gonna wrap. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are off for me being late.
Yeah, that's probably why.
You're actually at like 1:15.
Well, right on. Yeah, I want to thank you again for coming on. We're gonna get this wrapped up because I got to work in the morning. You got a bunch of shit to do, and I'm sure everybody else does.
I'll be here till 4 in the morning at least.
But everybody get out and check out Nightmare Cleveland. Go on the Facebook, follow, and as he said, you'll have tickets up for sale soon. I will buy them as soon as I see them on sale. And I want to thank you for coming on. Thank everybody in the comments that's been with us all night. And subscribe to the page, subscribe, Halloween Haunts 365. And support people doing shit. But thanks again, Rick, man. It's been awesome talking to you, brother.
Definitely.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks. I'm going to end this real quick.
Have a good night.